What's up, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing the movie Tenet by Christopher Nolan, their father. So I've only ever seen one movie in cinemas more than once, and that was Joker, and it was worth every second. Tenet is going to be the second movie. Guy, have you ever seen a movie where have you ever been in cinemas to watch a movie where eating feels like a distraction? Because that's how this film felt. You know you can't miss a single detail. I literally walked out of the cinema with my drink and popcorn completely intact. I started eating it after because this was just intense. Okay, so in summary, the plot was I'll try to avoid spoilers. I'm not going to even describe it because I'm still wrapping my head around this movie. Basically, it was an international spy movie that involved. See, in all honesty, it's just small sci-fi, but that sci-fi that he puts inside there transformed the whole thing. So let's start with production. From the very first second, this film had some electrifying, very electrifying soundtrack. I knew Travis Scott was involved in this somehow, and quite frankly, I didn't understand how hip hop was going to play with a Christopher Nolan film because his films are always very. I don't know how to explain them, but if you've watched his movies, you know how they are. But the soundtrack was electrifying, like it was intense. It was you can feel everything from the first moment. And then the inversion, which was the sci-fi aspect of the story, which it included, it made the action scenes rather, extremely trippy. It's like Doctor Strange, but like times 300,000. It was just guy. The action sequences, the car chase, the fights, the pincer. You see, if you watch the film, you get what I'm talking about. At the climax, the what do they call it? Chronological pincer or something like that. Guy, it was mad. It was very good. Overall, the production was sweet. Like we know Christopher Nolan delivers well. His the music and the filming are part of his stories, but this was just on another level. It's as if he had combined. It's as if all his previous movies were like experiments, and he combined everything he has learned into this one to deliver us the best of everything. There's elements of Dark Knight, if you really pay attention. The Dark Knight trilogy. There's elements of Inception. I only know the basic plot of Memento, but there's elements of that from what I can tell in here too. And what's the last one? Dunkirk, which is one of my favorite movies as well. There's also elements of that in here. There's just and Christopher Nolan. You know, if you know Christopher Nolan films, you know the guy likes to mess with time. And when I was watching this film, at the point I'm like, Mr. Man, be calming down, please. Not everybody can follow. Not everybody can follow these things. Like half the people in the cinema I was in, like they mentally checked out after 15 minutes because they didn't understand what was happening. They were just pressing their phones and making jokes, which was really annoying because I was trying to pay attention. But whatever. So on to the performances. The three leads in this film were splendid. Robert Pattinson has been on the roll lately. Like I think anybody that has seen him in what's the name of this movie? The Devil All the Time. Anybody that sees him here, and I forgot the name of the last one. It was a black and white movie last year. If you've seen him in those three films, plus the more like 2017 films, I don't know why I can't remember their names right now. But if you've seen him in any of those films, you know he has earned this Batman thing even before seeing the Batman teaser trailer. He has been on a roll recently. Everything I've seen him in his performances have been great, even when the movie wasn't mind blowing. And John David Washington's character and Elizabeth Debicki, I think is her name, also great. The antagonist, have no idea what the actor's name is, but my god, this was all the performances here were really, really solid, and it made the characters were the very human parts of this massive story. So you could still feel and relate to the people you are following, even though the story is just completely out there. Onto the story. The story is just it's mind blowing. There's no two ways about it. I'm honestly still wrapping my head around it, which is why I'm going to see this movie again in cinema. In essence, the entire movie feels like a time loop in a sense. It's like halfway through the film you start going backwards, which my God. And you don't realize until the end. It's genius. It's really genius. He really delves into these concepts. And you may not understand everything, but it's not that he's doing rubbish. It's not that there's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo, like no shade intended, but like the MCU or the DCU. It's not as if it's just they will just explain away magic with some scientific words that really make no sense when you think about it. Yeah, this one feels, if you don't understand something, you can feel that it's because you don't understand, not that they're saying something stupid. The biggest twist in the film came from a single line by Neo, which was Robert Pattinson's character, and just that line made the whole thing make sense. And it didn't feel like it came out of nowhere, because once he says it, you see that the seeds have been planted earlier during the course of the story. There was a lot of foreshadowing, but you're too busy trying to follow the story to even try and predict what is going to come next. There's a lot of sci-fi talk in this film, and I know Nigerians do not like talk. Well, maybe not all Nigerians, but a lot of people I know that watch movies are not into the plenty explanation and whatever. And like the talk wasn't even too much, but I don't know, after 15, 20 minutes, people were no longer really paying attention because there was a lot of technical, let's call it technical dialogue. Like they are talking, their discussions are explaining the scientific concept and the details of the spy stuff. I don't know a fancy word for spy stuff yet. Overall, by the end of this film, I was just amazed by the fact that this came out of a human being's head, or at least a bunch of human beings, because it's taking me a while to still wrap my head around it. So this is easily a Nolan masterpiece, but which of his films really isn't a Nolan masterpiece? At this point, we should be rating which of his greatest films are the greatest of the greatest. His films are always just crazy. So to rate this is easily a first-class film, and it's like I'm willing to bet this is probably going to be the best movie of this year. But let's see how it goes. So first class, best graduating students. How much did they used to give best graduating student? I don't know. They should send it to him this year. Nobody deserves it. I know I didn't do much justice to the explanation of the story of this film, but I don't want to misplace when I'm talking. It's probably a lot worse for you. So we've come to the end of this video. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of the film, if you've seen it in the comments, and if you haven't, let me know if you are going to see it and when, and let me know what you think after, because this is a film I love to discuss. So hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends, and see you in our next video. Peace.